white women saying things that can seem to be supportive of Black women.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovelies, I came by this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where, Gwyneth Paltrow was talking about how, Black women and the way they support each other is so different from that of a white woman, guys. This actually, brought a lot of, people, stitching her video, and a lot of people with their different opinions, and I was just able to put up some stitches. Guys, I'll be running the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section and let's get into it.
Our girl Gwyneth Paltrow is going viral for comments that she said this week about Black women. This past Thursday in Beverly Hills at the Makers Conference with Dr. Ella Bell, an African-American woman who is a professor at the business school at Dartmouth College. I want to make sure that I don't misquote her, so I am going to read the comment. My Black friends know themselves, love themselves in a way that I think white women are not taught to. I think white women are taught to be competitive with one another, which is something I've tried so hard to dispel because I don't believe in competition between women. But we're raised to be competitive, to be jealous, to look over each other's shoulders. And at least in my Black circle, they do not do that. There's an immediate acceptance and safety and appreciation. Now, in the comments, I would love to hear your background and how you were taught to treat other women. I will share mine. I am an African-American woman, and I was never taught that women were my competition, especially Black women were my sisters, and together we could go far together and to support each other. Now, did you learn something different? Now, we know for a long time, this picture is actually, I believe, from 2016, that Beyonce and Gwyneth Paltrow have been friends for a long time. And we know that Beyonce supports her Black sisters, her friends, her family, and her fans, and she's also about she's very pro-Black, even though we have some silly comments out there about her trying to lighten her skin and the blonde hair. But we all know that that was for her new upcoming, that blonde hair was for her Texas Hold'em song and her country era, which I am loving and can't wait to hear her upcoming album. But anyway, this is, they've been friends for a long time. And we know that Beyonce is very supportive of other Black women, the Black culture, etc. And so maybe that is one person she's talking about. I'm sure there's more Black friends that she has. So I'm sure that this is one example of a Black woman who supports other Black women. And we know this. We see this. This is evident.
Gwyneth Paltrow says white women have a lot to learn from Black women about ruthless self-acceptance. And goes on to say, I think white women are taught to be competitive with one another. In my circle of Black women, they do not do that. I have thoughts. Before I go any further, let me go ahead and add the reminder. This is very little to do with Gwyneth Paltrow and more what she's saying and how she's saying it. So just keep that in mind. I saw that somebody had posted that on Twitter, and I read that and I read it again. And my thing about it is, it's not wrong. What she's saying is not wrong. I just don't know what her what next is. And this is my big thing about white women saying things that can seem to be supportive of Black women. Go with me on this. Conversation has been had here and it's been had in other places about something that white women struggle with is that lack of sense of self or that loss of sense of self. And because of that, they find themselves in competition with other people because instead of trying to figure out who they are, they just want to seem better than the next person. They are looking at better than as opposed to who I am. The part that the part that I'm stuck on and where I'm hesitating is the way in which she said it, the wording, the ruthless self-acceptance. If you've been with me for any amount of time, you know that I use my words with intention. I believe truly that words and the way that we use them have meaning. So when we're talking about ruthless self-acceptance, the way that I think about that is that it's a lack of care. It is merciless. It's no holds barred. Black women are going to make sure we accept ourselves, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Which, yes, and also, and this is where my what's next is she going to have the conversation about why Black women have such radical self-acceptance? Radical is a word I'm looking for. Is she going to have the conversation about radical self-acceptance, about why we accept ourselves so radically because the world doesn't? Is she going to discuss the fact that Black women love on ourselves so much because the world doesn't? Is she going to talk about how we got to this place to be somebody to learn from? Without having that conversation, the appreciation for why you're learning what you're learning from us can be lost. And without that appreciation, then the inclusion of Black women can also be lost. And it can just be, I see what they're doing, that'll work for us. They can keep doing what they're doing over there. I'm still fleshing this out. This is interesting. I'm curious for y'all's thoughts. I'm curious for how you perceived that headline and the little extra addendum. I'm curious to how you perceive that.
Okay, so, I mean, definitely, I love this creator, follow her. She has so much wisdom to share. I've learned a lot from her. But here's my question, and I know she says this isn't about necessarily Gwyneth Paltrow as a person, but here's my question, though, seriously, and this is about Gwyneth Paltrow as a person. My Black friends, male and female, will tell me when I'm saying something stupid and that it's probably best that I shut the fuck up. Why? And so I'm sorry, I don't believe Gwyneth Paltrow has a Black circle of friends. Unless it's Jada. And that's all I'm going to say.
TikTok. Y'all seen this? Hold on. Let me pitch myself down to a little guy. Because when I say white people tired of white people shit, this is what I mean. For those of you that don't know who this is Gwyneth Paltrow. And Gwyneth Paltrow is letting white women know that you can learn a lot from Black women, including self-love, self-acceptance, self-worth. And not just self-acceptance, self-worth, and self-love, but ruthless self-acceptance, love, and worth. And I agree with Gwyneth. Because if a lot of y'all knew your self-worth or self-acceptance or self-love, your kids wouldn't be out here going to these schools with these pew-pews and let everybody in sight have it. Let me know what y'all think about Gwyneth Paltrow's comments in the comments, because I believe what she's saying. A lot of white women can learn a whole lot from Black women.
You ain't invited to the barbecue yet, but we will FaceTime you from the grill.
First of all, brother, stay out of women folks' business, okay? We ain't gonna be inviting Gwyneth Paltrow to the fucking cookout, and no, we are not going to FaceTime her. She's not invited, thus said Black women. Okay, so you mind your business. We got this. Now on to Gwyneth Paltrow. I do not know why. We are still shocked. When Gwyneth Paltrow opens her mouth and fuck shit just rolls out of it. It's on brand for her. And here's the thing. Gwyneth Paltrow, she don't have no Black women friends. She's got acquaintances that happen to be Black women. We know how that goes, don't we, sis? We will show them the face we want them to see. Period. And Gwyneth Paltrow has grown up in wealthy elite circles. She has seen Black women in her life, all of her life. The help. And those Black women, they show up to work and they're happy. They're engaged. They are always there to assist each other. Why? Because we're trying to make sure that we can keep our fucking jobs. Trying to make sure that we don't suffer the repercussions, any more repercussions of white supremacy than we have to. Gwyneth Paltrow doesn't know us. She knows of us. She knows the black woman we allow her to see. And there's a reason that black women have a sense of camaraderie, a sense of unity, this radical love that we have for each other. And it is quite literally because we have to love and protect each other from the Gwyneth Paltrows in this fucking world. White women will never be friends with each other. They will never be sisters. They don't have anything to give each other because they have to give their very all to white supremacy. There's a high price for you to pay to be second in line to benefit from white supremacy. And your men demand your blood sacrifice. They weaponize your own wombs against you. What do you have left when you are done bartering your soul for your position? And we are not stupid. We know the price that you have to pay. And when your debt is so high in relation to your currency, yeah, you don't have a fucking thing for us either. So y'all stay over there with your picture of black women. Leave us the fuck alone. Let us do our damn thing. Keep her wondering at a distance.
I don't really have much of an opinion on Gwyneth Paltrow. I just know that she made a comment the other day about how white women need to start taking notes from black women when it comes to confidence, because it seems like to her, black women are more supportive of each other than white women are supportive of each other. And I don't necessarily agree, because there's so much infighting in the black community as it is, and there's so much cattiness and pettiness among women of any race. But I see what she's trying to say. She's just trying to say, you know, there's more community between black women than there is between white women, a lot of times at least. But I don't know about you, but do you kind of find that to be backhanded? You know, whenever white women come up to me or my friends and say how beautiful we are, or they talk about our confidence, or just white women in general saying how confident black women are, I feel like they're saying in their heads, you know, I wouldn't expect them to be so confident and beautiful for a race of women who aren't really the beauty standard. And I know they don't mean that consciously, but it's like a subconscious thing, because believe it or not, most white people are aware of their privilege and they are aware of how they are treated in society. They just don't like that it's pointed out. So I don't know. How do you feel about Gwyneth Paltrow's comments?
So, lovelies, apparently on a show over the weekend, Gwyneth Paltrow decided to talk about how black people or black women actually, support each other, with like each other, with them to like, go out there for each other from the beginning to the end. And guys, I'm still coming from somewhere. So I actually remembered something when she was saying this. I actually remember something, a lot of people actually came for her. So I'm just going to take this one step at a time. So when she talked about this and all her write-up, and somebody tweeted it and all of that, something struck me. I was like, this lady is actually telling the truth. I was like, this actually took me back during the time of this woman who was hit with a break on her face, despite the fact that she actually put up or made up all those accusations. I remembered how a lot of black women actually stood up, went out of their way to stitch her video. They actually, because she went ahead to open for me, a lot of women put up money, contributed, stitched video, advocated. People came out, oh my goodness, how could they stole a woman with a brick on the face? A lot of people went as far as trying to get this person that did this, and oh my goodness, it was just all over the internet. And this actually brought me back again, like, she is telling the truth. The way at which black women support each other It's just something that is so magical, and I will not dispute the fact. It's as if maybe the world has actually, rejected this set of people, so they decided to like create, space on their own, and they keep on encouraging each other, trying to bring the best out of each other. So now let's go back to what Gwyneth actually said about black women supporting each other, try to support each other, and also there's nothing like competitions and all of that, compared to what they've been taught growing up. They've been taught as white women to be competitive with each other, to compete with each other, maybe in terms of beauty, accomplishment, or maybe in terms of marriage status, in terms of any kind of status or title or whatsoever. So they've been taught that you should always keep on competing with your fellow white woman. So she brought this out and decided to like use black women as an example. Oh my god, look at how these people the way they support each other. She went ahead to talk about how in her own circle of friends, circle of black friends, and this is where a lot of black women came in like, oh my goodness, do you even have any circle of friends? Why are you trying to like be nice to black women, meanwhile you people are the one that have been subjected as to the level at which we have to create our own space, we have to create happiness in our own safe places. And I should making it look as if, okay, black and white women should just go learn from black women on how they live their life, on how supportive, loving they are in their circles and all of that. And she's also using an example of her own circles, her circle of friends, which a lot of people is doubting if she actually have circle of black friends. And the first person I actually treated, stitched her video, was talking about how, okay, she's actually friends with Beyonce, but we all know how Beyonce is all supportive, going out there for black women and all of that. And some people were like, okay, let's just accept the fact that this woman, she's just trying to be nice, which some people were like thinking she's pretending to be, because in the most sense, or in the most cases, somebody like her would not want to get associated with people of all my own type of skin, which one of her person even decided to confirm it, that oh my god, she is not in any circle of whatsoever, that she's just trying to come out there and spill whatever she want to spill. But my own observation and my own take is that I'm just in the line of what I don't know what she's trying to do, if she's trying to fake it, or she has something that she want to benefit from saying such thing and such observations. I think she observed well, if actually she meant what she is saying, because obviously a lot of people are not even happy. A lot of people are like seeing it as if this is just she's just trying to feel like, okay, I'm in your side and all of that. You wouldn't blame a lot of people for feeling that way. Like, too many of these people, they will come up like as if they are the savior. They want to your support. We are here for you. I am here for you. You are our bestie. We all need to be women, whatever, blah blah blah, and all of that. And after all this thing, and most of this that people have to get or have faith in you, you decided to also turn your back on them when they needed it the most. This is something that has been occurring. I can remember a video that I posted about this lady that often talk about how black and white people need to come together in a common goal. We can actually, we can actually be against this government and the government, blah blah blah. And this lady, she's actually a kind of person. She grew up in a society, in the black community. She's a white lady that grew up in a black community. I think I posted her video 2 weeks back. She's a black person that's grew up in a black community, which she happens to be a white person. So she get in touch get the black cultures and all of that. She tried to blend. Okay, we are all the same thing. Nothing like we and sis. The way this person actually turned her back against black people, black women, or even her hood, she decided to like start saying all sort of slurs against black people, because she feels that her own white side is now with her, and she's now trying to trash people that she started life with, and she went ahead to keep on appropriating cultures and all that. So this still brought me back why a lot of people are still not comfortable with this statement made by Gwyneth, because most of them would just come as if, oh my god, we are so in support of you, but when you needed them the most, that is when like you will know that kind of person. And this also brought me back to how a woman that a white woman who actually talks about how she feels so, oh my goodness, so okay anytime a black woman calls her baby, and she will go to some extent to, she'll go to any level, she will help for the respirations and all of that, which a lot of black women appreciated it. And I know black people and black women, the way they're so sweet, the way they would talk to you, because when you've been oppressed and all of that, you just have to find your own peace, your own happiness in your own circle. And sometimes you have to, like, because of the happiness you find in you, the love inside of you, when you try to put it out there, the way they receive it, you know how it feels when someone you're trying to oppress, somebody you're trying to oppress and trying to like make a living, out of, decided to be so nice to you. You become so like, you have this conscience. This actually what was wrong with that woman, which a lot of people were like, okay, she's faking it or she's not faking it. You wouldn't blame black people or black women for trying to look in some sort of way if this person is being genuine or not, because a lot of things has been going on. You think that you are in good term with this kind of person, but the way this person will also disappoint you when you need them the most is something that is heartbroken. And I will not blame a fathom about any other person that feels so uncomfortable with this. So this actually got me thinking. But what she said about we being so supportive, being so, like, sometimes when I even post videos, I wanted to highlight that message. I wanted to highlight the message, but unfortunately I decided to, like, okay, let's just take it slowly on this channel. So somebody was actually calling on my comment section, was trying to say something. The way at which a black woman in my comment section defended me on that section, I was like, I checked her profile, it happens to be a woman. Like, this actually brought me back when I saw this video. When she was like, black women support themselves. If you don't feel this, like, this is something that's as if somebody you don't know, a sister from somewhere that you don't know, is just there fighting your battle. I felt like, oh my goodness, I think I have some angels watching over me. Just a comment that she just replied. Somebody was trying to tell me something. I wouldn't, say that, but the way the sister actually responded, maybe I didn't even respond anymore. Like, I just read it. I was just smiling. I was showing my colleagues, like, oh my goodness, like, how would somebody you don't even know make your day like this? So that's why when she was talking about how black women actually push themselves up, actually can go out there for each other, I totally, even if she is faking it or not, I totally agree with her. Because the way it's made me, when I saw that comment, it made me like realize that, okay, like, there are some angels in woman disguise. Like, I wanted to like feel bad about it, some kind of comment, but when she replied it, I was like, oh my god, I have a guardian angel who happens to be in a woman form. Seriously, it's so relieving. So I wouldn't blame some people for being so uncomfortable with this coming from someone like her, because these people have given us reasons and reasons and reasons again not to trust them and all of that, and I wouldn't blame that fact. So anyways, you could just send me your own, share me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe to my channel if you're here to do that, and lovelies, I will see you all when I upload the next one. Anyways, why not just leave me your own sense in the comment section of what you think of this video. And do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or worse. We're just here for educational, informative, purposes, guys. Please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.